Hi guys, just give me a second. Hello, peoples of the interwebs. Oh, come on. Benji, my name is not Gramps. Answer you what? I said my name's not Gramps. That's answering you. And don't push it. I am getting set up. Nothing is going on right now. So how are you, Benji? Hi, everybody. Nature Guy X46. Chicken tendies. That is my name. Nature Guy X46. Look at the pinned comments. Hi, Isaac Cortez. How are you? And given I will not be saying your screen name. I'm doing good. I can't complain. I'm waiting on my moderator to show up. Hopefully she shows up. How is everybody doing tonight? You're welcome. We will be starting here in just a few minutes, I think, because I don't know where people are at. Hey, D-Man, 9FP. Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. If you missed the earlier live, you missed it. We spent about a half hour talking about, oh, there she is. We have some wonderful people in live tonight carrying me through. Hopefully they don't need your services, but I wouldn't hold my breath, maybe. Tonight, though, we are talking about the Everglades. Hopefully the information that I got was correct. Hey, Baragon Productions, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. I think, I hope. I have my tooth handy, in case I need it. So let's talk Everglades. Let's talk Everglades. Actually, we're going to move this up. Can I move that up? Yes. Okay. So according to what I could find, the Everglades spans 1.5 million acres within Central and South Florida. It also spans about 4,000 square miles. And ultimately, they have been reduced to half that size, less than half that size. So, the Everglades have it just as bad as well, actually, they have it better than the marsh that we have up here. unlike the Grand Kankakee Marsh, which has its start with the Kankakee River, the Everglades have their start with Lake Okeechobee. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sure I didn't. I'm going to put it into the video or into the live because if you've been with me long enough, you know, you know. Okay. Where's my, there it is. Okay. So during the wet season, this lake has a tendency to flood or overflow, which causes a slow moving river to enter the river of grass, which happens to be a marsh dominated by sawgrass. And if you don't know what sawgrass is, I recommend not walking through it without protective clothes, without clothing on. Just trust me on that. I'm pretty sure that I understand what sawgrass is, and trust me, you don't want to walk through that. So this river flows at its fastest about 2 feet per minute. Sometimes less than that. Now the Everglades are pretty diverse, just like the Grand Marsh used to be. And they don't just contain a marsh. It contains swamps, such as cypress swamps. It contains wet prairies. It even includes mangrove forests or mangrove swamps. Just like the Grand Kankakee Marsh, the Everglades have been hit hard by people. We have diverted the water that feeds the Everglades. We have put in flood control structures which restrict the flow of water through the Sea of Grass, or the River of Grass, rather. We have put in farms, orchards, and even built up around it. All of this development helped to shrink the Everglades. Major cities like Miami and Fort Lauderdale sit close to the Everglades. The Everglades also, I did not know this, provides drinking water for 1/3 of all Floridians. It also provides for irrigation for agriculture. Now, just like other marshes, they remove excess nutrients, replenish aquifers, and help to reduce flooding. Yeah, it's a native word. Later I will look up what it means. Now, the glades are also home to a mix of wildlife, including glossy ibis, roseate spoonbills, egrets, herons, wood storks, snail kites, Cape sable seaside sparrows. It's also home to a multitude of amphibians and reptiles and mammals, including the Florida panther, American alligators, American crocodiles, and other snakes as well. It is also under attack from invaders such as Chinese privet, Brazilian pepper tree, broad-leaved paper bark tree, climbing ferns, Burmese pythons, Cuban tree frogs, Nile monitors, as well as probably half a dozen other things. Now, I can't talk about the Everglades without talking about the national park. I believe it was established in 1947. I feel like I'm missing comments. Yes, anahingas or snakebirds. I'm assuming there's also bald eagles and maybe ospreys. And there's also snakes, as well as, mosquitoes. Now, the park protects 1.5 million acres of wetlands, forest, and also marine habitats, and thus protects native animals and plants. Now, depending upon when you visit the park, you can either visit during the dry season or the wet season. If it were me and I had to pick, I would visit during the dry season. Less mosquitoes that way. You're still gonna see wildlife. I'm guessing it's not going to be as hot and humid if you go during the dry season. And like D-Man 9FP says, very wise to go in the dry season, which, by the way, dry season extends from December through April. If you're there from May to June, you are going to deal with rains, but you're also going to be there during most of the hurricane season. So, yeah, go during the dry season. So much to see in the Everglades. Even with the invasives. So, the Everglades National Park does go out to the ocean. They do have trails that you can take. You can even, I think they even do there's other stuff you can do there. I've never been. I think I would be so excited to see an alligator, I probably would approach it. That would be a really dumb thing to do, but I also would probably leave with some reptiles. I know you can't do that, but I'd probably leave with like a Burmese python, a Nile monitor. Who knows? I'm kind of weird that way. Yeah. Are there flamingos in the Everglades? I would think maybe, possibly. It, of course, would be American flamingos, perhaps Cuban flamingos. I don't even know if that's a thing. Um, know that the crocodiles are a little rarer in the park. Alligators, on the other hand, probably not so rare. Florida panthers are going to be rarer. Um, black bears, I don't know how common they are. That's true. Yes. Hi, Darth Vader. They are both there. Um, are they more active during the wet season? They may be more active during the wet season. I don't know. The American crocodiles are going to be larger. If you have fresh water in Florida, anywhere around you, you have alligators. Um, and if somebody tells you that they don't, they're lying. Um, and if your pool is not fenced in, you probably are going to have alligators in your pool. Just saying. Um, probably a little bit rare to have crocodiles in your yard, though I guess it could happen. Armadillos. I don't know what red gumbo limbo trees are. Some could. They can. I don't know how good they do, but I guess they can. I've seen videos of it. I will have to look that up. Red gumbo limbo trees. Right. The tourist tree. I'm assuming because of the sort of sunburnt looking bark. Um, good to know. We even occasionally have alligators up here. Hi, Chief Gravy. Um, I have never been to the Glades myself. Um, maybe when I'm older, maybe. I thought I said chef. Chef Gravy, if I said your name wrong, I'm sorry. Hello, Albert Levy. Now, see, I would love to visit the Penatau. That would be cool. jaguars. Ooh, very cool. Don't overhype the Everglades. Take the airboat tour. Hiking the small trails are okay-ish. D-Man 9FP, you just don't want people coming down there. I'm kidding. Awesome. That's really all I have on the Everglades. I trust you. The real question that I want to know is, have you ran into the famous Burmese pythons? You just have to know where to look. This is just like there are hidden gems up here. It's just you have to know. Mike, wait. Get rid of big sugar and let the land rest. The land should be resting. Well, that's good. That would be my fear. That would be my fear, is I would be out exploring and I would come across something I shouldn't. With my luck, it'd be a nest. Opinion on mangoes. I love them. If that's what you're talking about, the fruit. I think the trick to any wildlife is not to get close. Give it space. Of course, I have heard that. I have never seen a wild hog, but I've been told what a sow will do to somebody that falls into their pig pen. The hogs, yeah. Mike. I'm not going to revisit anything that we talked about earlier, but the Everglades and the Grand Kankakee Marsh. Ooh, no, 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 no. The only thing that I worry about up here are wasps um, a pack of feral dogs, because I like to think that a healthy coyote is not going to approach you. I would not want to get anywhere near a sow with piglets. I would be finding a tree really, really quick. Yeah, that was a bit out there. Probably not a mango tree, but a tree. Oh, that's even more fun. I didn't know about it. That's beautiful. Not. I don't understand how building a reservoir to hold water is restoring the Everglades. Um, I'm not going to say anything about your governor. Not me. I would never say anything about your governor. At least not on here. Because that would be breaking my rule. Um, but yeah, Florida has some issues. I think he would be lucky to take on one. Now, Florida does have scorpions, right? Yeah. And they have black widows. Beautiful animals. I've even heard you guys have a population of tarantulas. They are just too beautiful. It's not every state where a guy could go on vacation and bring home their own personal pet shop. I've heard they have tarantulas. Spiders are so cool. Insects are cool. Flowers are cool. Edible plants are cool. I've never been in the Gulf. I've been in the Atlantic on the one of the Connecticut beaches. I want to go fossil hunting. I noticed I've heard that. Yeah, that's where this came from. Um, a lot of my newer fossils come from Florida. I would. I don't even know. I don't know who that is. I don't want to know. I've seen people get out whalebone. Yeah, I've seen people take out walrus, camel, dolphin. That's what I was thinking. It sounds like that. I have what I've been told is a bovine tooth, probably bison. I have teeth. I don't know what they are. Yeah, if I can figure out what I did with it. This is my mystery fossil. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. It's too dark. It is very, very rough on both sides. Very, very rough. I've been told this is a megalodon. Yeah, megalodon. And then I also have a great white. My mod is a drone. Yes. That's the fuzziness that you see. Um, I have a secret source. Now, where? Oh, and I also got this in my package. Not all of them. I am not an expert. Well, I'm going to show you something. If I... Yeah, I'm in my 50s. That is my cone shell, one of my cone shells. Pretty sure that's a cone shell. High grape soda. Now, this would be fossilized, but chef, great. No, it's not a gem. It's a fossil. I do have gems. I have some vertebrate. Little tiny vertebrae. Some... These must be pretty common. I get a lot of these. This is what I believe is a stingray barb. Now, where did I thought I got out. I did. These are the teeth that I don't know what are. And I have like 7 of them. They're points. And then they have like a hollow bottom. Bye, Jamie Dorn. You think so? Because there's no roots. They're just... And there's also like a groove that goes up and down. And then there's a bottom. I think I have pictures. It'd be really cool. I will post pictures if I can find them on the channel tomorrow. But that'd be cool. I would love to have. I have gator teeth. These are my gator teeth. And they do sort of resemble a little bit. But these are way deeper. Like they're pretty much hollow. It'd be so cool to have crocodile teeth. And these don't have, well, I guess they do, maybe. Okay. That makes sense. They are. Yep, I agree. This was in my last shipment of fossils. Huh. Because what I had, the information that I had was saying the other lake. Guys, I am starving. No, lake. I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to mispronounce it. Lake Okeechobee. Well, I mean, technically, oh, see, I do get things wrong. But it's because other people get it wrong. I want more fossils. Oh, guys, I need to go. I'm sorry, my phone's about to die. Um, D-Man 9FP, the answer is yes to your comment about coming up. But you still need to contact me, dude. I think you're on the Facebook group for the channel. You messaged me on Instagram. Okay, I will look. Maybe that's what it was. I will check. And then I'll check. I will talk to you later, guys. Bye.